Dear students, we can see different types of vertebrae in frog. Here you can see four vertebrae articulated together. The longest vertebrae in the frog is urostyle, that is the 10th vertebra or the last one. It is seen in the tail region, hence the name urostyle. And we can disarticulate this vertebra. If you see the structure, you can see a long centrum. Centrum is actually the body of the vertebra, and at the tip or the anterior most portion of the urostyle, you can see two concavities or anterior concavities. This is for the articulation of the ninth vertebra. So the total structure of this urostyle is a triangular form with a ridge here and a centrum, long centrum here, and the anterior most two biconcavity. Now we can see the ninth vertebra. Ninth vertebra articulates with the urostyle. Its posterior end has two convexities or biconvexity in the posterior end that will articulate with the biconcavity in the anterior end of the urostyle, like this. See here, now it has articulated. And now you can see other parts of the ninth vertebra. The thick portion is the lateral processes, and here you can see the anterior or pre-zygapophysis. Here the neural spine, and here the neural canal. This is for the passage of spinal cord. Okay, now the structure can be seen once again, the two convexity in the posterior end and a single convexity or projecting head in the anterior end. So with this anterior convexity, the posterior concavity of the eighth vertebra will articulate like this. Okay, now we can see the detailed structure of the eighth vertebra. We have already seen that the posterior is concavity, and the most important feature of the eighth vertebra is anterior end is also concave. So eighth vertebra is biconcave, and the lateral processes are thin compared to the ninth vertebra. Here you can see the pre-zygapophysis. You can see this side, pre-zygapophysis, post-zygapophysis, then neural spines. Now we can articulate it with the ninth vertebra like this. It is very fit with the ninth vertebra because it has got concavity in the posterior end. Now we can see the seventh vertebra. Here you have seen that the anterior portion is concave. So definitely the posterior end of the seventh vertebra will be convex. See here, it is convex, and it articulates with the eighth vertebra. Okay, but there is a difference between this eighth vertebra and seventh vertebra. Here the posterior side is convex and anterior side is concave. In the eighth vertebra, anterior side is concave, posterior side is concave, so it is biconcave. Seventh vertebra, posterior side is convex, anterior side is concave. So next vertebra coming over this one will be like the same, exactly like the seventh vertebra, and the sixth vertebra will also be same, fifth vertebra will also be same. So this vertebra is called the typical vertebra, and up to second vertebra the structure will be same, and the first vertebra is atlas. Atlas will be like this, and this is the first vertebra. It has got a lot of exceptions. Now you have to learn the difference between the typical vertebra and eighth vertebra. The only eighth vertebra is biconcave. All typical vertebrae have posterior convexity and anterior concavity. Ninth vertebra only will have anterior convexity and posterior biconvexity. That's all about the structural difference of the frog vertebrae.